Oh yeah.
And not going to bother going to a town other than just cutting straight to Saintsboro. If Shiana offers a ride, I will. Otherwise, I'll walk. And if dawn comes around before I get there, which I think it will, I'll channel energy enough times to completely heal before then, and then prepare spells, which will be like 4 times. And then prepare spells, which means, let's see, 4th level, what do I want? I've never been sure, does sending do just a mental message, or can other people hear it? I think it's just mental, but... Okay. Hey, I'm going to a place where I might get knocked out. Let's do that. And...
So Saintsboro, you get there. A couple days, I believe, is how long it takes.
Something like that.
Go to the calendar, mark off 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so... Not was kidnapped by Doom, not arranged to work with Doom, just met Doom. Let's see. So get to there, walk through the square park thing on my way to the cathedral. Is the druid and the polar bear there? Or
What time of day is it?
I don't know.
Did you just keep walking until you got to the... Did you stop for any point in time to pray or anything?
I would have stopped to pray, and at some point during that I would have stopped and rest. Probably not even set up a tent though, just pull out bedroll on the side of the road.
So it's probably
like
around
a day and a half into the walk.
5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
No, he's not there.
Okay. Then I'll make my way to the cathedral, like I said. Is the same priest there that I had spoken to at some point before?
Nope, different priest.
Okay. I will ask to purchase a needle waste mask. I've probably got one hanging off of my backpack at the time because I probably wouldn't fit in the backpack. Wait. Yeah. And I will give him again 7 gold instead of the 2 that it cost.
I need to make some money. Spends almost 10 gold on a less than 3 gold.
Yeah. It's buying the thing for 2 gold and making a 5 gold donation to the cathedral, you know. Also, compared to what I'm trying to make, 10 gold is like 2 cents.
True.
So, and then go to the, make sure to do mending on my clothes, get them looking as nice as I can with that, and then go to the, fancy restaurant.
It's fancy. You can walk in and you can smell some very delicious food cooking. It also smells like money.
Also, I would have gone ahead and done Bountiful Banquet again. That after I did prepare spells. So, okay. Looking around, do I see anyone that jumps out to me as being a saint?
No.
Okay. Speaking to the person at the front. Excuse me, I heard that... Cannot think of her name.
Ashira.
Ashira, frequented here. Is she here now, by any chance?
The person raises an eyebrow. Yeah, you could say she frequents here. Come this way.
She just lives here, doesn't she?
It's hers.
Oh,
It's
okay.
her place.
Yeah, whatever.
She walks you to a side room, and she's in here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. She walks away kind of quickly.
I knock on the door, I suppose. Or is there a door, or is it just...
Yeah, it's a door.
Okay. Then I knock on it. Did Shiana come in with me, by the way, or is she just around town somewhere?
Yes, she did want to come meet Ashira.
Okay.
Yeah, Ashira, because all the stories make her curious. So you knock, and you hear someone with a very posh accent say, who that is?
Who that is?
Pardon my forwardness, but who that is? Who goes there?
'Tis I, Valkyrin of the Order of Pharasma.
Calicella's friend. Yeah, you can come on in.
Oh, cool, thank you. I open the door.
There's a curtain right behind the door.
Oh.
Because why not?
I walk through the curtain.
Alright, make a... You feel magic happening on you. Make a will save, I guess.
No, I'm not going to resist it.
Okay. Shiana does. She fails. You walk in, and you feel another magical aura happening, but you don't have it. Something seems to be preventing it from acting on you. You think that might have been the first magical effect. And there's a...
Wait, so she has a fear effect, and she enchanted her room to protect you from the fear effect?
She doesn't have it.
But
Something in there does have a fear effect. And she has an enchanted curtain to help people not run from the room as soon as they've entered.
Oh, why can I do that? Why can I just know exactly what happened?
Because you have a high enough wisdom to have figured that out.
I suppose.
So you walk in, both of you, and neither of you are terrified. Ashira herself is a not old, but definitely older half-elven woman. You see...
So probably very, very old compared to me, just not old by elven standards?
Half-elf.
Yeah.
But still. They can still get to be half their age, I believe. You see many, many nice paintings on the walls, because there's more than one. And you see herself is sitting not on the floor, on the floor, but she's leaned her back against something. You get the feeling it's probably what's emitting the fear aura. It's a very demonic looking dragon. It's got 6 legs and a pair of wings. Very, very long tail, wraps around the room once. The room itself is about 10 square feet, maybe.
Oh. So a 40-foot tail. Okay.
And it's a little bit bigger than Shiana is.
The tail?
No, the creature.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh.
You wouldn't be able to walk through the door.
I know.
Walk
It's like...
through the door. Yeah.
Okay. I must admit, that is kind of cool.
She chuckles. My reputation has preceded me again. This is Aurelian, friend of mine. I
Great.
take it that's Shiana,
Indeed.
friend of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you both. Come in. Yeah. I was wondering when I might be getting a visit from one of you.
Well, today it is.
The pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine. What brings you here?
Well, today specifically, I'm going to finally get around to starting my house in the Netherwaste.
She, no, poker face. No
Yeah,
reaction.
I know, it's just fun to say.
I feel like she might be a little bit harder to phase than others.
No, yeah. But still. The matter of factness of it is still fun, you know? Even if it's not a big deal to her. But I was also hoping to make arrangements to make a venture into the Nether Cove with one of the saints, as I've heard that even you, collective you, don't go there alone. And from what I can tell, you are all still at least a bit better in a fight than I am, which is impressive. There's not many people that I can meet that I can say that about.
Yes, I've heard Her Highness tell a few stories of your accomplishments. Yeah, you can come to the waste with me. I was going to be going in a couple days.
Thank you very much.
Just a general cleaning it out.
Wait, the waste or the cove?
Oh yeah, the cove, pardon.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is there a time and place you'd like to meet? Is there anything you'll need me to do or bring?
I'll call you.
Okay.
I'll call you. I have to make sure they get the kitchen cleaned correctly. She looks rather angry about something that happened and then shakes her head. And she's like, can I offer you anything to eat, my tree?
Actually, as she's still kind of thinking on the last statement, I'll say, explosive or poisonous or contagious.
What?
I'm assuming she brought back something from the Nether Cove that was not cleaned properly and is causing problems for her to be that distressed about it.
Explosive, actually.
Ah.
Who knew?
Yeah, better than the other, though. Just possibly less... I don't even know how to end that sentence, so I'm just gonna kind of drown out. And then what was it she said?
Oh, she was offering you food.
Oh,
Her treat.
gonna look down at my stomach that's getting a little bit bigger than when I set out, and not too bad yet, but just yes.
She snaps her fingers, and a couple people bring in 2 plates of food. One much larger than the other. The larger one gets put down in front of Shiana, and the not as large one gets put down on a table that's rather in front of you, but not directly.
Mm-hmm.
Sit and eat.
Thank you.
It's fucking delicious.
I move to sit down and to eat.
It's fucking delicious.
Whoa! This is quite good.
Hell Serpent always is the best when grilled.
Ooh.
Yeah. Don't try to fry it. Thanks,
Oh. Yeah, I wanted to go to the Nether Cove for 2 reasons. One, I heard it was a place with a lot of big dangerous stuff, and that's always fun. And 2, I'm actually a bit strapped for cash at the moment. I've got some projects I'm planning on starting that require some funds, and I thought, well, there's this place with a lot of dangerous stuff that the Queen is sending people in to clear out. Maybe I can get paid to help with that.
Oh yeah, of course we get paid. I'll be splitting some of it with you so you can come along with me, but I'm not really that strapped for money. Glances around at the expensive...
Also glancing around. In particular at the curtain. That's... Thank you.
I mainly do it for fun anyway.
Yeah, she did ask me. I don't think she explicitly asked me to be a saint, but she I'm going to say, because it more or less is what happened, she asked me to consider being a saint, and it'd be fun, but I'm not one to stay in one place for long periods of time, and at the moment I don't have a way to get back here quickly if something were to happen, which I imagine is kind of a prerequisite of the job.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit. Oh, well, maybe one day. We could always use the help, especially from someone competent.
Yeah.
You don't know who she's talking about, but you feel like some serious shade was just thrown at somebody. Like the room gets a little bit darker for a second.
Well, as a team, me and Shauna here are pretty good. We, recently the biggest thing we took down was this giant octopus that showed up when we were rescuing someone from the floating lights, but that wasn't really that much of a challenge.
Oh, you've been off the island.
A couple times, not for long though. I like the island.
It does have a certain way about it, doesn't it?
Plus, how many other places will I get to adventure where the place itself is living, you know?
Yeah. She, Sense motive check real quick.
That's a natural 20 for a total of 29.
She deliberately starts to steer the conversation away from the fact that the island is alive, acting in no way surprised about it. Just definitely changes the subject, and you get the feeling that it's because she doesn't want to talk about that specific subject.
Well, I have another hunch.
Lovely weather we're having this past 60 years.
I was gonna say, you said older, but not old. How? If I had to guess...
You know she's older than 60 years.
Okay. Few thoughts. Well, I couldn't speak to that. I must admit I haven't been around for most of those 60 years.
Oh, that's not exactly what she said. I'm sorry. No.
I always forget that I'm 19. I've been through so much. It's like I'm technically still a teenager. I'm just almost a teen leveler too, is all.
Lots happened in a few months. You've gotten a lot stronger very quickly.
I have. I've also died twice. Had 2 or 3 emotional breakdowns. Almost became a god a few different ways.
A few different times.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing how many times and for how many different reasons Valky's adventure has almost ended.
Huh?
Oh.
That's what traveling with a deity can do, though. Deity to be.
Yeah. I will ask after slight pleasantries about the weather. By the way, the curtain, is that... do I know that dragons emit fear? Is that a common knowledge thing?
Knowledge.
Arcana?
Something. Dragon. Nature. History.
I think it's knowledge arcana because they're magical beasts.
Show up everywhere. Pick something.
Knowledge arcana. That's a good point. 13.
You know that some people are rather unsettled near dragons. You don't know that they necessarily have an aura about them. But.
Okay, so I wouldn't expect that the second magical aura is from that, necessarily. Or at least it would be a leap to make the connection.
Not necessarily, because it is rather unsettling to look at.
Okay.
Impressive to Valky, maybe, but all the same, it's a demon dragon.
What's the problem?
People find that unsettling to look at.
Oh yeah, people are weird and...
I debated on whether or not it would be undead looking, because it's not demonic. It doesn't have any demon attributes.
Yeah, it's just Eidolon. Okay, so it's not just Eidolon.
I'm not going to tell you, because Ashira has some tricks up her sleeve.
Okay. The curtain, I noticed magic when I came in, and something told me it was best not to resist. Is that to do with the... I'm going to start at the head and then just gesture at the tail around the room.
As you do, it like ripples its tail. Just like it knows that you're talking about it. She's like, yes, a lot of people find it rather difficult to look at him without fleeing. So.
But he's adorable. And that's not a bluff check.
How would this creature feel? Not even Akira. How would Aurelian feel about being called adorable? He shifts slightly. That's all the reaction you get out of him. Shira, on the other hand, makes a... like a, oh no, she said that. Be that as it may. She actually stutters at the beginning of that sentence. But be that as it may, some people find him unsettling.
It's true. I have encountered many the person with absolutely no sense of adventure on my travels. It's sad. It really is.
And then Valky impressed. Yet another extra point of being.
That's what I do.
It's just becoming a hobby for her.
Yeah.
Oh look, an extra planar being. Let me impress it somehow. Good.
Oh. The thing is, I'm not sure if you're talking about Ashira or Aurelian. Oh.
Anyway. Ow.
And, Shiana had said that she was wanting to come to the Nether Cove, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Shiana walks up to Aurelian and says something in a language you don't understand.
She keeps doing that. I'm not saying in game.
And he replies to her, and they start having a conversation.
Oh, cool. In that same language?
Mm-hmm.
I think I asked her before what language she had said something in and she didn't know.
It is that one that she's speaking.
Okay. I'm not sure if I would know that because I think it was like a word or a phrase, but I will ask Ashira. By the way, do you know what language that is?
I believe it's Aklo.
Oh. What knowledge would it be to know what Aklo is? Would that be a linguistics check, maybe, to have a... Okay. Then I'm going to roll a linguistics check, and on a at least 1, get an 11, to get an idea of what kind of things speak Aklo.
The old gods.
Okay.
The Eldritch.
Huh. It's kind of surprising. I don't know.
I don't remember. What circumstances did you say the word in earlier? Do you remember? No.
No. Oh, it may have been when when Bob was introduced in the training ritual for the people of the guild in the barn. I feel like it was then. Like either she had gotten hit or she was casting the ice spear for the first time or something.
Oh.
I feel like she said something then, but I'm not sure. I'm really...
Okay, she speaks another language that you she's not speaking that language then.
Okay.
Because I don't remember what that was, and this needs to be different from that. And if that was Aklo...
I don't... That really might not have been the time, though. I'm not 100%. I just...
Aklo doesn't make sense anyway.
Okay.
Shira says she doesn't know.
Oh.
She's like, I haven't heard Aurelian speak this before.
Is this the same...
Language?
Yeah, do I still think it might be at least?
Make a linguistics check.
That's a good idea. That is a 24.
You don't think it is.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard Shiana speak that one either. But then she seems to just learn languages as we travel, so...
Well, she's a demigod. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Mentally noting that demigod, not god or godchild, and also new demigod, so... Yeah.
Shira does her homework.
And she did know me as friend of Cal, so I guess it could be through that.
Well, it's also part of her job is to protect the princess to be queen.
Good point.
You're the one who found the princess to be queen. She's been keeping an eye on you, a tab on you.
Oh, cool.
Not close one, but
Mm-hmm.
she does know a little bit about you.
Cool.
And Shiana. But like I said, the demigod part is starting to get around.
It is, yeah. I haven't exactly been keeping it secret. I've been trying not to say it unless it would be funny to say it.
Yeah,
That's kind of been my guiding principle.
But now that you're around some people who are higher up in the magic world,
you actually take it seriously and pass it around.
Well, you are start. Yeah, you started. People have started to realize that people in the higher end of the magic world are noticing.
Yeah. No, I'm just finding it funny that between me and Ashira, my reputation appears to have preceded me more than hers. I heard a bit about her once I got to this town. She knew about me before.
The people you've heard about her from have all kind of been sparing you the stories because they knew you were going to meet her. Like,
yeah.
They were like, oh, what did you discover? Because a lot of people... it kind of became a running joke with everyone who knows Ashira to not tell anyone about her, so that the six-legged demon dragon is a surprise.
Yeah.
It just so happened you found her at home, where there's an anti-fear effect.
And I'm a freak.
Yeah, you still would have had to make the fear save.
Yeah.
And you will without the curtain.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of people, even when not magically feared, would still be, as you were saying, disturbed by. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. The ripple thing was cool. I just didn't want to praise her anymore in front of Shiana.
Was gone for the night, by the way.
Oh, okay. Why?
Went to his sister's.
Huh? Why?
He was going to go over there tomorrow, but she talked him into it tonight.
Huh? Why?
Can say now, you can say. Okay. What was the last thing that was actually said out loud in game? Oh, demigod. That'll happen. By the way, for when we do go, do you have an idea of what kind of things we expect to fight and what role you want me to play? I'm pretty versatile if I know what's coming.
You know your power skill better than I. Just don't get yourself killed.
Oh, okay.
I might be able to bring you back, depending on what down there kills you.
Hopefully I don't come back on my own.
I'm
just gonna kind of look down as munching on food.
Actually, I was about to ask. Shira is pretty magically inclined, and I imagine Valky would get that impression. You could ask her about the necromancy and get her take on it.
I might at some point. Not tonight, though.
There was another place that you were kind of interested in the Nether Cove that I don't know if you knew about or if it had been mentioned out of game. Had something to do with Io.
Oh no, yeah, it was out of game.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, you talked about the place where I could maybe meet her and talk to her. I think that was somewhere in the Nether Cove. But yeah, completely out of game.
I couldn't remember. I have to design the Nether Cove now.
I will say to her, yeah, normally I'd be standing in the back, but helping Shiana not get as hurt as she just destroys things. But that involves me getting hurt instead, and lately I don't heal as well as I used to. Myself, that is. So that doesn't work so well, and I'm still kind of trying to get a hang on new tactics.
Well, the Nether Cove, especially the first time, is not a place to try anything new. Stick with what you're good at. If we come back, then you can try something new.
Gonna not say out loud. That's kind of what I was saying. What I'm good at doesn't work as well anymore. But I won't say that.
Well, she meant like stick to what you know you can do.
Oh yeah,
not
experiment. Yeah. Which is why I was doing stuff in the ring first. Mm-hmm. I tried a couple things. They didn't work out so well.
Aurelian can take a hit. So he'll just.
Is he healed by positive energy? He seems. Actually, would I notice that he seems very different somehow, or would I?
How do you mean very different?
As in possibly not a living creature, because as out of game, I'm assuming he's an Eidolon, and I don't know if they get healed by positive energy.
She's.
And as in, does Valky perceive something to be worth asking a question anyway? Or would the demonic thing maybe do it? No, demons are still healed by positive energy, I think. Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
Holy energy! Demon is like, whew, I feel better.
Well, because it's life energy, not holy energy.
Yeah. It's just funny.
Yeah.
She says, yeah,
Well, no, if I wouldn't have... I realize he probably doesn't actually look like not a living creature, so I wouldn't know to ask in the first place. Which is unfortunate.
He doesn't look like a living creature you've ever seen.
Yeah, but there's a lot of living creatures I haven't ever seen.
True. Or heard about. Or thought about.
Lots of those too. That covers most of the entries in the monster manual.
Yeah. So as long as the creatures mess with him more than Shiana. She looks over at them. They're still having a conversation. It seems to have gotten real.
She beat a void drake. That was what it was called, right?
That's what Doom called it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so unless she got the knowledge wrong, that's
yeah.
what it's called.
Just gonna say that kind of proudly after she's had the, looking over thing.
She killed a void drake.
Well, beat. Did she say she killed it or beat it?
I think she said she beat it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say beat because.
Oh, depending on how big it was, that's quite impressive.
I have no idea. She just did it while getting to me on a pocket dimension or pocket plane.
Oh, so she can planeswalk already?
No, but she can steal scrolls.
I suppose that's kind of like planeswalking.
I'm just having a good time again, and I'm very shortly going to not be able to do that, so I'm kind of taking it easy, Just, whatever happens, happens.
Like, shit's about to suck.
Yeah. I'm just going to have a few weeks off, I'm going to relax, and then I'm going to have to deal with a necromancer for a year or two. Great.
Unless this one doesn't work out.
Well, this one doesn't work out, then I go find another one kind of quickly, and then have to go.
Hopefully, kind of quickly.
Shut up. And then have to let him experiment on me for a while till he figures something out.
Most necromancers takes a campaign to find them.
Mm-hmm. I have ways of eschewing the normal sequence of events, though. Very good at that. This really is very good, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, yes. We had a lot of Hell Serpents, so I don't mind sharing some with you. Hopefully there's not so much this time. I think people are getting tired of it.
Yeah, I've kind of assumed it'd be fine to build a house in the Netherway since no one really wants to go in there, but there's not anything prohibiting me from doing that, is there? Just
No. I mean, there's a couple of beasts out there that you want to watch out for, but...
Oh, I didn't see anything when I went out before.
They're like that.
Oh.
They leave the town alone now.
Oh, also, crap, was it an in-game comment that only a couple of the Saints went in? Or was it out of game? I cannot remember.
What?
That only, 2 or 3 of the Saints could go into the Nether Waste?
I think the Druid told you that.
Okay. I know it was when I was talking to the Druid, I just couldn't remember if he told me or if you told me.
I'm pretty sure if the Druid told Valky.
Okay.
That was, not many of them would go in there, especially Lion. Ashir is the one who goes in alone.
Ah. No, I meant to the Nether Waste, not... Or the Needle Waste, not the Nether Code.
Sorry. Yes, he's told you that as well. Him and Ashira can go there.
Okay.
Because Ashira can just kind of go wherever she wants.
Yeah. I'm getting there.
You're not even a third of her yet.
I said I'm getting there. I'm not a third of her level, but I'm closer to becoming a god. I should say I'm closer to becoming immortal. Through one of 2 or 3 different paths available to me, most of which I don't want to do.
Sure. Let's go with that.
That's the trouble. I don't actually want to do any of them. But they might happen. Who knows? Oh, man. I will say, though, how would you say that the spell will hurt you if you're not neutral? If you're not true neutral?
The spell hurts people who aren't balanced in their life? I don't know.
Maybe that probably is how I'd say it. Something like that.
Whose life whose life has no balance or something like that. I don't know. Soul has no balance, maybe.
That doesn't sound like a way you would put it. But I can't think of another way that would make sense. I'm trying to tell her that I'm going to make a 10-foot cube of a hut as a staging area while I build the rest of the house over the course of a few weeks. And that after getting that up, I'm going to be casting and getting some money. I'm going to be casting, actually, I'll just say the name, Forbiddance, and Hallow and Unhallow. Oh, right, Forbiddance has a password. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so strike that. Yeah, tonight I'll be venturing in to make a little hut, just a 10-foot cube of stone, to go to and rest in while I build the rest of the house over the course of a few weeks. But when I'm done with it, or just when I get the money to, I'll be warding it with a few things. However, once I'm done with the house, I'll have no need for the hut, and I figured I would let you and I know Shia is the bear's name. I still cannot remember his.
Neither can I. Druid.
Yeah. You and insert Druid's name here. Store some things there. Use it as a kind of staging area if you ever end up in the Needle Waste. I get the feeling you're not going to have a problem where you really need a place to stay, but still probably wouldn't hurt just to have somewhere to come sit down if you...
Somewhere nice to have something to drink is always nice.
Mm-hmm. And I plan on, like I said, I plan on warding it, but I'll figure out a password and tell it to you and him, as long as y'all vow to keep it secret from, I guess, everyone. Everyone sounds good. Like I said, I wouldn't mind being a saint here someday. I'm just not really in the...
Well, Cal speaks very highly of you. I'm sure that if you need to wait some time and come back, she would not object.
Can't tell if this is moving it via static or my finger disrupting air currents and blowing it. It's very odd.
Then Aurelian says something to Ashira, also in a language you don't understand. And Ashira responds in a language you don't understand, and she gets off of him, and he casts a spell, and a door opens, and him and Shiana go through it. Shiana's like, I'll be back. He's gonna show me something.
Okay, have fun.
And then she leaves with him. And you feel the magical aura gone.
Uh-huh.
Shira is like, that's weird.
Oh, does he not wander off on his own sometimes, or?
He's pretty lazy, actually.
Ah. How long have you known him?
Oh, how long has it been? How long has it been? How old am I?
Asking the hard questions like, what's your name? How old are you? How long have you known your lifelong friend? Also, I'm cutting video because I missed it a few minutes back.